Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into a strategic weapons system that's currently making massive waves in the global artillery scene. I'm talking about South Korea's highly anticipated next-generation wheeled self-propelled gun, the K9MH, or K9 Wheeled Mobile Howitzer. Now, if you've been following military news over the past couple of years, you know that the modern battlefield has completely transformed. Traditional towed artillery, like the venerable M777, is starting to show significant vulnerabilities, specifically how long it takes to move in and out of a firing position. In an era where the sky is constantly buzzing with surveillance drones and counter-battery radars, sitting still to provide fire support for too long is basically inviting an enemy strike right onto your own position. Because of this, top-tier militaries around the world are heavily shifting their focus towards self-propelled artillery. But the real question is, why wheeled? Especially considering South Korea already produces the tracked K9 Thunder, which has been selling like crazy and currently holds over half of the global market share. The reasoning behind this is actually fascinating. Hanwha Aerospace, the South Korean defense giant, identified a massive gap in the market that tracked artillery simply cannot fill. It all comes down to the mobility required for rapid cross-regional deployments, significantly lower maintenance costs, and the crucial ability to drive at high speeds on public highways without needing to rely on heavy-duty flatbed trucks for transport. Picture this. In the event of a conflict, moving a 50-ton tracked howitzer to the front line requires trains or massive tractor-trailers. Those convoys are easy targets and are heavily restricted by terrain and infrastructure. But with a wheeled system like the K9MH, the crew can simply start the engine, roll out of the base, and drive straight to the area of operations on their own. This takes the concept of shoot and scoot to a whole new level. For the K9MH, Hanwha Aerospace chose the battle-proven 8x8 Tatra Force chassis from the Czech Republic. This chassis is legendary for its durability and independent suspension, meaning it can handle almost any terrain while carrying the fully upgraded K9A2 turret on its back. But what makes the K9MH truly terrifying isn't just the wheels. It's the fully unmanned turret technology lifted straight from the K9A2 program. This 155mm 52 caliber gun features a completely automated loading system. This means a crew of just 2 or 3 soldiers can command the firing process from the safety of an armored cabin in the front. They never have to physically touch a single shell or propellant charge. The system can continuously feed rounds into the breech, sustaining a massive rate of fire of 8 to 9 rounds per minute. That is more than double the speed of manually loaded artillery. When it comes to range, the K9MH is sitting comfortably in the top tier globally. Using standard conventional ammunition, it can reach out to 40 kilometers. But if you switch to high-precision guided munitions or specialized base bleed or rocket-assisted shells, that range gets pushed all the way out to 70 kilometers. And looking toward the future, Hanwha is already planning a longer 58 caliber barrel upgrade, which could theoretically punch past the 100-kilometer mark. On top of that, the vehicle carries an impressive payload of 40 rounds and 192 modular charge systems. This massive capacity allows it to sustain fire support missions for much longer without constantly needing an ammunition resupply vehicle to top it up, drastically reducing logistical risks near the front lines.
Now, let's talk about South Korea's real endgame here. Rolling out the K9MH right now isn't just a flex of their technological muscles. Hanwha Aerospace has a highly ambitious target in their sights: the United States Army. As many of you know, the US Army is actively searching for a new artillery system to replace the towed M777s and to fill the tactical gaps that the tracked M109 Paladin just can't cover. Under the Mobile Tactical Cannon, or MTC program, the US is looking for a highly mobile, long-range howitzer that requires a smaller crew to operate. And looking at the specs, the K9MH checks every single one of those boxes perfectly. Of course, the road to breaking into the US and global markets is not going to be a walk in the park. The wheeled artillery sector is currently guarded by some absolute heavyweights from Europe. You have Germany's impressive RCH-15.5 and the battle-proven French CAESAR system standing in the way.
But South Korea holds a major trump card that Europe is struggling to match right now: production capacity. While European defense contractors are facing massive bottlenecks and struggling to meet delivery schedules, Hanwha has proven they can spin up production lines and deliver heavy armor rapidly and on time. This exact advantage is making a lot of nations take a very close look at what South Korea has to offer. To give you a clearer picture of this rivalry, I've put together a quick spec comparison between the new challenger, the South Korean K9MH, and the reigning champion, the newly upgraded French CAESAR Mk2. I've also updated the estimated procurement costs for 2026, keeping everything in US dollars so we can get a good look at the budgets involved. Let's take a look at the board. Looking at the table, it's very clear that the design philosophies behind these two systems are very different. And looking at those updated 2026 numbers, the French CAESAR Mk2 has climbed up to around $8.4 million per system. Meanwhile, the K9MH, despite packing significantly more tech, is remaining incredibly competitive, potentially even offering better value, sitting right around the $7.5 to $8 million mark. The CAESAR Mk2 is heavily focused on being lightweight and highly agile. You can easily roll a 6x6 CAESAR right onto a C-130 Hercules transport plane. However, the trade-off is that the crew has to dismount and operate outside the vehicle to use the semi-automatic loader. This exposes them to enemy counterfire, and the system only carries a very limited payload of 18 rounds. On the flip side, the South Korean K9MH leans heavily into raw firepower and crew survivability. By utilizing a fully automated turret, they've reduced the necessary crew down to 3 or fewer, and every single one of them gets to stay safely locked inside the armored cab during the entire fire mission. It boasts a faster rate of fire and, crucially, carries more than double the ammunition of its 6x6 rival, 40 rounds ready to go. While the CAESAR might be lighter, an investment in the K9MH offers incredible value when you factor in crew protection and the ability to sustain fire in a highly contested, brutal modern battlefield. Now, let's get into the absolute latest updates heating up, right now in mid-2026. Back in April, leaked footage of the K9MH conducting live fire tests went viral online, and it proved that the autoloader can indeed hit that blistering 9 rounds per minute perfectly. Following that, in June, Hanwha formally debuted the physical vehicle at the massive Eurosatory defense exhibition in Paris. And, most importantly, this month, July 2026, the US Army is scheduled to finally make their decision for the Mobile Tactical Cannon program. Hanwha is going all out to win this historic deal, to the point where they have announced the establishment of an integration and testing center in Opelika, Alabama. All of these moves are seriously shaking up the European defense industry. South Korea has firmly proven that they are no longer just an importer of weapons. They have risen to become a top-tier global player capable of producing incredibly high-quality systems at highly competitive prices, pushing the boundaries of military tech. If the K9MH actually manages to crack the US Army market as planned, it won't just be a massive financial win for Hanwha. It will be a loud, undeniable statement to the world that Asian artillery technology has caught up to and in many ways surpassed the traditional Western powers. Ultimately, this clash between European and South Korean defense contractors in the wheeled artillery space is only going to get fiercer. Europe has the legacy and decades of combat experience, while South Korea brings fresh innovation, cutting-edge tech, and the massive manufacturing readiness required for modern, high-intensity warfare. It'll be up to individual militaries to decide which system best fits their own strategic defense needs. So, what do you guys think about the new K9MH? Do you think it has what it takes to beat out the CAESAR Mk2, or more importantly, secure that US Army contract this month? Let me know your thoughts and predictions down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, share it around, and subscribe to the channel to support the work we do here. That's going to do it for me today, and I'll see you in the next one.